So we have business A-Level for June 2022, please.
I did it correctly, but the demand should be. I read it correctly.
So let's start, please. We have business A-Level paper 3 for June 2022. We go to the first question immediately. It's a construct a supply and demand diagram for traditional gyms to show the impact of an increase in online fitness workouts. An increase in online fitness workouts is a substitute to traditional gyms. So if that is increasing, it means traditional gyms will be reducing. So the demand curve facing traditional gyms will shift leftward. So the graphical representation is this. So we're going to have demand. So we're going to have the first equilibrium. So let's draw it here. So we have PE, QE, we have, and it has to be on the line. No. Yeah. Demand and supply. So a leftward shift for traditional gym would be about leftward, it will reduce the quantity demanded. So that's from QE to Q1. But before that, we're going to have a leftward shift from D to D1. So to D1. So we're going to have here. So we have, you have to draw better than me anyway. So this Q1 and this P1. So a fall in the numbers of traditional gyms, in numbers of customers patronizing traditional gyms will shift leftward from D to D1 as the quantity demanded has reduced, and that will bring about a fall in price. So we're going to have a lower equilibrium.
Yeah.
Lower equilibrium, and that is the point. I think number 1A is clear. So go to 1B.
I already did it correctly, but
for 1B, so let's talk about this now, please. We don't go back to that. For 1B, we have the same we should calculate operating profit margin, and for operating profit margin, it's operating profit divided by revenue
100
multiplied by 100. Thank you. So we have our operating profit is 115. According to the extract is below 115 divided by the revenue, which is 3085 multiplied by 100, and that gives us 3.73%. So that's operating profit margin. We move on. It said, using the extract C, discuss the possible benefit for Peloton of having a mission statement. So for what is a mission statement? I wrote here, a mission statement is an expression of corporate aims describing the overall aspiration of a business. It's about what the business is aspiring towards. Who do we deal with? What do we do? That is what a mission statement is about. I think you get it now. So what are the benefits of having a mission statement? Number 1, Peloton's mission sets out what the business does by stating that they want to connect the world through fitness and how they are going to meet the needs of the customers by empowering people to be the best version of themselves. Here it's referring to its employees.
Yeah.
I think you get the point here. That's one benefit. 2, Peloton's mission statement is simple and clear, which may act as a source of motivation for employees. That's another point. I think that is clear there, right?
Oh.
No, sorry, it's okay. Okay, so that's another point. The third one, the mission statement can act as a signal to all stakeholders that Peloton knows what it is doing and it can be trusted. However, often mission statements are too unrealistic to be useful when it comes to decision making, because most of the time they say it, it's too vague. Most of the time they say it, but it cannot be realistic. I think that point is clear.
Heard it before.
Yeah, you said that. Yes, I saw it. So go to 1B. 1D, question 1D.
Inorganic.
Yeah.
Integration.
So they said, using extra D, assess the advantages of inorganic growth for Peloton. So when we talk about inorganic growth simply means integration which occurs through either takeover or merger. That is inorganic growth. It's an integration that occurs either through takeover or merger. According to extra D, Peloton takes over Precor, a fitness equipment manufacturer in the USA, right? So this type of growth is horizontal integration because they are in the same line of production. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So, and it can allow Peloton to grow faster in the global commercial market rather than organic growth. The takeover instantly allows Peloton to have access to supply and distribute in Precor's 90 countries, including new locations such as hotels and universities. Yes or no? The takeover allows Peloton to save cost and time setting up its own distribution channel.
I think I said it, right?
Yeah, you said that. Yes,
Yeah.
you said it. However, there could be diseconomies of scale. I keep telling you about expansion. I told you yesterday, whenever there's integration or expansion, you have to think about diseconomies of scale. So the problem about this inorganic growth is that there could be diseconomies of scale from problems in coordination and communication as the business expands. Two, the cost of the takeover was around $420 million. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So there could be an opportunity cost as the money could be spent growing organically.
Yeah, which I said it there.
Yeah, I think that is clear anyway.
Yeah, I said I was planning to talk about economies of scale, but look at the space.
It's okay.
Hadn't.
So we move on to question 1E.
Okay.
Yeah, for question 1E, they said, assess the possible impact on Peloton's internal stakeholders from the recall of its treadmill. So when we talk about stakeholders, here we already know who stakeholders are, right?
Yeah, employees, shareholders.
So when we talk about stakeholders are people who have interest in the business activity. But here we simply, we're talking about stakeholders as a whole. We have internal stakeholders, we have
I thought you
external.
were talking about internal.
No, I'm talking about stakeholders.
Sorry.
Stakeholders are a group of people who have interest in the business activity. That makes them stakeholder. Then we have internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. But here we're talking, we need to talk about the impact of the impact of the public the negative publicity on internal stakeholders of Peloton. That's the point. So for internal stakeholders, we are simply talking about employees, managers, the board of directors, and simply the owners of the business. These are internal stakeholders. So how does this situation affect them? So we start. According to Extract E, due to the negative publicity, the share price decreased by 15% and wiped 4.1 billion from Peloton's market value. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So this is what negative publicity brought about. This may result in existing shareholders of Peloton wanting to sell shares as the market value has decreased and they lose faith in the board of directors. So the shareholders, because they are internal stakeholders too, they might as well, they are external stakeholders, but they might want to sell their shares. And selling their shares reduces the amount of capital Peloton would have. Do you get the point here? So Peloton CEO John Foley admitted to not responding quickly to the initial discussion with the CPSC, which have resulted in negative consequences for him and the board of directors that are in charge of strategic decisions. Yes or no? Employees might be negatively affected as the business could see sales fall in the future, which could impact on job security, wages, and promotional prospects of Peloton. So now it's affecting employees, which are part of the internal stakeholders. A fall in revenue will bring about might bring about laying off workers, might become a detriment to their promotion. Do you get it? And that might also affect job security, like I said earlier. However, although the share price dropped, according to Extract E, but it also shows that the share price increased in the months after the recall from June forward. The share price increased according to the case study.
Yeah, I saw it.
Let me quickly go back here.
Here, right?
Yes. So when we look at it here, yes, the share price dropped. It dropped significantly, but after the recall in May, it starts increasing. Yes or no? So that's what I'm saying. They said, however, although the share price dropped according to Extract E, but after the month of the recall was May 2021. After the month of the recall, the share price starts increasing again.
It's very low.
But it increases.
Yeah.
Do you get the point there?
I mean, if it increases within the months, it can increase to its peak again.
So I said, okay. So according to Extract B, Peloton has over 3 billion in revenue. And when you look at Extract B, it has over 3 billion in its revenue.
What did this?
Yeah, I said it. It's part of Peloton.
Yeah.
So that could talk about its financial stability. Hold on, please. Yeah, so when you look at the revenue in 2021, it was around this.
Oh, yeah, 3 billion.
So that simply means Peloton can as well be sustainable with it, despite the negative publicity. So it means Peloton might be able to, to withstand any short-term financial implications from the recall. Do you understand the point here? So because the revenue increases, this is a point that you can as well make too. Do you get the point here? Do you get the point or not? Do you get my point here or not?
Can you say it again?
According to Extra B, Peloton has over 3 billion in revenue. There, 3.85 billion in revenue. And its operating profit also, its operating profit is around 115, which simply means it has the financial strength to, to cover or to withstand any short-term financial implications of that recall in May. So that's the point you are supposed to make there. I think it's clear.
That's it, right?
Yeah. Any question about that? So that's about internal stakeholders and how negative publicity could affect internal stakeholders.
Can you give me time? I'm just gonna check it there.
No, that would be another time. We don't have much time here, so we have to go to question 2. So we have question 2.
I've done here.
Yeah, you got that point though.
At least they're honest,
Yeah.
About you, you have to use critical path
analysis, yes.
Not like last time,
No,
where they not mention it in the question.
Okay, here now we have question 2. They said using the data in extract F. This is the data in extract F. We should an appropriate critical path analysis calculation evaluate the benefit of CPA to a business such as Coca-Cola. So for the critical path analysis, we just need to find the nodes, and for each one, for node 1, that's the beginning, that's the initial, the earliest time. The earliest time at node 1 is always 0. So at node 1, it's 0. The earliest time is node 1. At node 1, it's always 0. Then for node 2, we have the activity A, it's 4. So that is 0 plus 4. That is 4 weeks, right? For node 3, so node 2 is 4. So node 3 will be, we have 2 activities for node 3. We have 12 and 8. So that's going to be 4 plus 8, 4 plus 12. So we have 12 and 16. So we're going to choose 16, right? So that's 16. So node 3 is 16. Node 3 is 16. So going to node 4, node 4 will be, node 4, we have 4. So node 4 will be 16 plus 4, that's 20. Node 5 is 4, which is E. Node 5 is E, that's 20 plus 4, that's 24. Then we have, that's node 5. Then node 6, node 5 to node 6. Node 6 is 2. So that's F, which is 24 plus 2, which is 26. And node 6 to 7, which is 6, that's 26 plus 6, which is 32. So it's going to take 32 weeks. I think that point is clear there, right? Okay. Now go back to the analysis. Now the benefits. And that's where you miss some points. For the critical path analysis. So what are the benefits of, going back to the question now?
I know, I missed some points.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
In an exam, what's the recommended way I should do? Start with the evaluate questions first or question 1?
Well, you can start with the evaluation question first.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, then you go back to question 1.
Okay, sure.
So now, the critical path analysis. The critical path analysis identifies the longest sequence of dependent tasks required to complete a project or a business, yeah? So this project needs to be completed within a short time frame if Coca-Cola is going to be able to launch its redeveloped recipe for Coca-Cola Zero Sugar in the US and Canada by September 2021. Yes or no?
Yeah.
By carrying out a CPA, Coca-Cola can see that the project will need 32 weeks to complete all activities in the redevelopment project because it shows that it's 3 weeks, 32 weeks. By knowing this, it can help Coca-Cola to reduce the risk and cost of redevelopment by encouraging careful assessment of the requirements of each activity. CPA is a decision-making tool and a planning tool and can provide the manager of Coca-Cola, the useful overview of the development. You talked about that, so anyway. However, the quality of the network will depend on the accuracy of the data entered into it.
I said it.
Yeah, you said that. Also, this is the first time Coca-Cola have redesigned Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, right? So it might be very difficult to make accurate prediction about the length of each activity. So that's about it. So you get your full mark. And
Wait, would that I this again?
you didn't talk about how Coca-Cola is just starting, how Coca-Cola is using this method development for the first time. And two, I think you didn't talk about how the quality will determine the CPA, how the quality of how accurate the information is will determine the CPA. You didn't talk about that. You did not even define CPA anyway. You did not define CPA. And what else you didn't talk about? You didn't even mention Coca-Cola. Mostly, you didn't mention Coca-Cola. You didn't talk about it at all. So that's about that. I think it's clear.
Okay, sure.
So we'll go to the last question, which is question 3. Financial rewards. I think you got the highest mark there, right?
14, right?
Yeah, I think. That's where you got the highest mark, right?
Maybe. 14 to 6. No, not really. I think I rushed with question 3 just
Okay, now we have this now. We have the last question, please. So we have the last question, which is about, they said they evaluate the importance of financial rewards to recruit and retain employees for a business such as Levi. So first, financial rewards are monetary rewards, monetary way of motivating employees, right? So financial rewards include piecework, commission, bonuses, profit sharing, and performance-related pay, PRP. Levi offers a range of financial rewards, including bonuses and retirement benefits. You talked about that. These financial rewards may provide an incentive for potential employees to apply for jobs in Levi's rather than rival businesses such as Amazon. According to Frederick Taylor, I talked about that in the last past paper when we talked about financial rewards. Mentioned these scholars. According to Frederick Taylor, workers are motivated by money, yes or no? Which means Levi's may be able to attract employees due to lack of available workers in the US. Yes or no? Paying above minimum wage may increase productivity and allow Levi's to have a competitive advantage in the market because its workers will be more competitive, more productive, and productivity might bring about competitive advantage. Yes or no, please? However, not all employees are motivated through financial rewards, which means it may not lead to staff retention. According to Ellsberg believe not all employees will be, are motivated or are incentivized when it comes to financial reward, that there are other reasons why employees could be motivated. We should talk about that. By offering financial rewards, this may add up to Levi's cost, reducing its profitability.
Yeah.
Yes or no? According to Extract H, Levi is an iconic business to work for. So this may be enough to attract workers instead of financial rewards. You see how according to Extract H, he said, Levi is an iconic company to work with. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So it simply means it might not as well need financial rewards to attract employees. There are other methods that can be used to increase staff retention, such as empowerment strategies or consultation. This will be more effective than financial rewards.
Having regular meetings.
Meetings, yes. It could also be helpful.
Yeah.
In conclusion, the combination of financial and non-financial rewards might be useful and effective because some workers are dynamic.
Yeah.
So some would want financial rewards, others might want non-financial rewards. Some want, they just want to be happy at work. There's job satisfaction, there's job enrichment, there's job enlargement.
As you said, they're dynamic.
So workers have different reasons to be motivated. So combining both financial and non-financial reward might be effective for a company like Levi's. I think it's clear. So on that note, we end our business past paper for 2022 June. Thank you. And I remain Dr. Adebayo. See you in the next video. So we end the video.